Well, good afternoon. This is Plant Smart Living with Farmer Fred. I'm really glad you could join me today here in the vegetable garden. It's a nice day here in Pennsylvania and the birds are singing, so it's a lovely time out here in the garden. So anyhow, today I wanted to share with you some tips and ideas on how you can plant sweet basil Italian large leaf transplants in your vegetable garden. So thanks for joining me today. And so follow me along. I'm going to show you where I'm going to be planting these basil transplants. So I'm going to be planting these basil plants right here in the front. I'd like to be able to get or have easy access to my basil plants during the summer when we're making our sauces and different other meals. And so behind them is the bell peppers, and then to the right I have my tomatoes. And so we're looking forward to having our basil here in our vegetable garden. So every market pack, you know, they usually come with these little labels here, and they always have some helpful information here for you. And so let's take a second and read this label here. It says here, sweet basil Italian large leaf. Grow zestfully delicious meals. Water weekly during dry spells, plant 12 inches apart, and grows 24 to 30 inches tall, and grow as an annual. And so, you know, basil, they love the heat, just like your tomatoes, peppers, your melons, your zucchini. And so, you know, we're past our frost date. You typically want to wait till you plant your warm weather crops after the frost is gone. You know, we're a week past our frost date, and so, you know, there's no way there's going to be any frost, at least at this point. And so yeah, this basil's a 4-inch pot, and you know, whenever you buy a transplant, it never hurts to pull the pot out of the plant out of the pot to make sure that it's going to be not root bound. Now I may have to end up getting some scissors and actually cutting these plants out of this pot, because they don't seem like they're coming out that easily. So let me go get a pair of scissors. So I have these KitchenAid scissors. I keep a pair out here in my garden. You know, you pay a couple dollars more for the KitchenAid, but you know, they're a nice well-built pair of scissors. And so I'm going to just take these scissors and cut down each side on this pot, maybe in another corner too. Now this 4-inch pot has 2 plants in it, so I'm going to pull this root ball out of here and divide it in half. So I'm going to actually cut down each corner of this pot. That way it's going to freely loosen up that plant here, which it's really doing a nice job of. And then, you know, I'm growing these in black plastic, but the inorganic mulch, but you know, the basil and your tomatoes and peppers, they love their feet warm, and so they really grow well in this black plastic. The black plastic mulch suppresses the weeds and it holds in the moisture and it warms the soil up. And so anyhow, now with that pot cut, we can take the root ball here, but I'm going to take my hand here and just prepare a little hole in the black plastic. Now I cut a 6-inch by 6-inch hole in the black plastic where I do my plants, and so I'm simply just going to take my hands and just split it apart, lay the one down carefully, and then just put that one right in the hole here, and then just gently, using your 4 fingers, press down around the plant to firm it in. And then you're going to just want to water that in real nice. And then let me take the other plant here and then just dig a small hole and set it in there. Planting your plants in the soil is the easy part. It's prepping your soil and everything else is where there's a little bit of work involved. But you know, behind here they talks about you know, there's a pesto recipe here. Yeah, we love making our pesto and salsa. You know, once the tomatoes come in, we can then use the basil, and you know, it's a perfect combination. And I find having 2 of these basil plants work out pretty well. I ended up getting these from a raised nursery nearby. That's a nice place. They have good plants and good prices there. So anyhow, that's pretty much what it takes to plant your basil. You could also do these or plant these in your garden containers. You just want to make sure they have a good 6 to 8 hours of sunlight while they grow, and keep them well watered, you know, throughout the summer. So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the section below. So I just want to thank you for joining me today out here in the vegetable garden, and I hope you have a great day. So until next time, this is Plant Smart Living with Farmer Fred.